couple fun things. So I did get an order for some of my IML eyes, which was from my first drop. And it's kind of fun because I'm actually wearing my L pajama pants. I seriously love L from Death Note. He's probably my favorite character. I just love that he's like a total genius. And even though he's like, you know, he's kind of like a weirdo, I just love him. I don't know what it is. I just love L. My sister was kind of laughing about like how much I love L. I don't know. But when I made these eyes, I was like, every time you kind of like look up L, he's kind of like dark and moody and blue, and that's kind of what I wanted to like capture when I created these IML eyes. Oh my god, the pupils are so so anyway, yeah, when I created the IML eyes, I kind of wanted to just like capture that dark blue moody essence that is L for anybody who has watched Death Note. Yeah, I just love him so much. I actually have an L tattoo in my anime sleeve, and he's literally like doing this, and it's so cool. Anyway, I need to stop. If you get me talking about animes I love, I just snowball when I really love them. Other things, I got some happy mail from Molly and me. Her name is Samantha. I more so usually call her that now that I know that's her name. I remember the first time I interacted with her, I was like, wait, Molly and me, Samantha, what? But Molly's her dog. Anyway, so I figure I'd open up my package from her. Her and I do like art trades a lot. She's also commissioned me for some plushies, and she's just bought some of my bigger pieces, which always feels like a huge honor. I remember the first few times like somebody wanted to buy my pieces, I was like, it still feels like, really? Somebody wants to buy my work? Oh. And admittedly, when I first started, I had a hard time giving up my pieces, like especially the ones that took a long time to make. I was like, no. I remember she had wanted like my Charizard and the Spyro that I had made, and with time I was fine with giving them up, but when I first made them I was like, I can't part with them, and then after a while I was like, nah. And now for the most part I don't really hold attachment to my makes unless I go in making it and I'm like, oh, this is either a gift or this is going to be a passion make and I'm making it for myself. Like, oh, you can see him, look. So Spidey Jester Toothless, I went in knowing that was going to be for me. Like, that's a make for myself. So sorry, but even if somebody asked for him, he's not available. Like, I only had one set of those eyes left. Just everything. Like, I just went in knowing he was going to be for me, and I love him so much. And just like, look, he was like made for my shelf. He's just so cute. I love him. So anyways, I did go ahead and like open the package, like not open the package, but I cut into the tape because it was like taped like crazy, which good on you, Samantha, because yeah, ain't nothing getting in that package. But I left the main opening for the sake of the video. I'm so excited. I believe the Attack on Titan hook she made me is in here. Oh my gosh, I thought I got all the tape. I did not. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, it's even better in person. Oh, okay. So, oh my god. Wow. Oh my gosh. So, whoa. So we were doing a trade, which I'll totally have to show you some of the plushies I made her. I haven't sent them off yet. Wow. Oh my gosh. We're doing a trade, and I had asked her for something to hold my stitch markers because they're kind of just in like a little clear thing I got from my kitchen. And I wanted something cute on my desk to hold my stitch markers. And I didn't want it to be too shallow because I just feel like I have a ridiculous amount of them. And I saw she had some dragon ones. I think it was like a haku that I saw. And I was like, but I'm not as into like Ghibli stuff. So I was like, I love How to Train Your Dragon. And of course, she's made plenty of like toothless stuff and everything. But I was like, would you be up for making something that has Toothless and Light Fury? And then I'm really into like the night sky vibes and stuff. So wow, I did not expect her to go all out and even do, you know, like a scene on the bull with a dragon on it. She even put Toothless little like skull on his tail. Like, what? My gosh, she is like so insanely talented and so sweet. Like, seriously, if you haven't connected with her, she's like the sweetest soul ever. She's the best. I'm so glad we connected when she did because she's just so kind. Also, she's like a fellow nerd, so anybody else who likes nerdy things like I do, we tend to just click right off the bat. I'm like blown away. I cannot wait to put this on my desk. It's the desk that's actually my game room. Like, this is my library craft space and where I make all my safety eyes, but I tend to do most of my crocheting in my game room, which is the room like attached to this one. Because I have dual monitors, so I can like pull up a crochet pattern and then like watch a TV show on the other screen. But I'm like, oh my gosh, this is only the first thing I've opened and I'm just like, I'm obsessed with you. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Samantha. This is incredible. Oh my gosh. I'm a broken record because I am blown away. It's just crazy that like, you know, people can send you like pictures and videos of the stuff that you order or whatever, but it never does justice until you get it in person and you're like, wow. Anyway, go support a fellow small business owner because wow, just incredible. All right, on to the next thing. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh. Yes, I was hopeful that my Attack on Titan hook was going to be in here, and it is. Yeah, like, so she even put like the scout emblem on the jacket. So it's so cute. I had just gotten my Attack on Titan tattoo, which is on like the back of my shoulder blade area right here. And I posted it on my story, and she responded and was like, that would be a really cool hook. And I was like, you think you could put that on a hook? Are you serious? And she was up for the challenge and she did it. And I was like, oh my gosh, if you can put that on a clover hook, I want it. Because I'm obsessed with clover. It's like, ever since Samantha was willing to put stuff on a clover hook for me, I'm like, I want it. I just gravitate towards my clover hooks. They are like butter. I'm obsessed with them. But if I can have all my hooks be nerdy clover hooks, heck yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. I love just like how beautiful and custom it is, and like the green is all sparkly too. Oh my gosh, how cute. She even put the size. It's hard to see on camera. She put the size and it's like a tiny little 6 and it's all cute and pink, which is literally perfect. Because I have commission that I need a size 6 for, and a while back I lost my clover 6 that I made for myself. It was like a beaded Spider-Man 6, and I'm like, where the heck did it go? Normally by now it would have shown up. I still can't find it, and I'm so bummed. But this is like literally perfect timing. I can't wait to use it. It's so cute. I'm like, it's a work of art, but I'm still gonna use it. Like, oh, it's so cute. You know what these are? I am excited. I know on my Instagram I have mentioned that I like to get Spider-Man eyes specifically. I mean, I like to get eyes from other creators in general, but for a while there I was kind of like actively seeking out Spider-Man eyes from other creators. And because I like that we all have different styles to our eyes. And I wanted to have Spider-Man eyes from other creators just to kind of like bring a different element to all of my Spider-Man makes. So once I saw that Samantha was doing like the canvas painting style of eyes, I was like, would you be willing to make me some Spider-Man eyes? And I needed 25mm, which I know is a little bit more of a challenge with the canvas style, but she was up for the challenge. It's just hard because I've used primarily smaller yarn now, which is wild. When I first started my Instagram account, I feel like most of the time people knew me for using like blanket yarn. So almost all my makes were like really big every time I tested. And then my wrists were just like, how about no? So now I primarily am using like Posh, Baby Bear, Velvet. So now my makes are not nearly as big. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, I have all these 30mm eyes. And I'm like, ugh. So I made some recent Spider-Man makes and I was like, gosh, I need 25 and all I have is 30. And, you know, I like the big eye look, but no, sometimes it's just like, I can't even get these eyes in because the posts are just like clashing with each other. So yeah, I was like, I need 25mm Spidey eyes. So anyways, that's what I know these are. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. Wow. See, that's the thing, is like, you just don't get like the beauty of it through like photos or videos. And I know that for a fact because I always tell people that when I'm selling eyes, it's like you don't get to see how pretty they are until you see them in person. I'm a little nervous these are gonna like fall off the paper, but I'm gonna try and like show you guys. Like, look at how cool those are. So there's actually a set of like 30 and 25 on there. Honestly, I can't remember if I asked for that or if she threw them in. I can't remember. I'm a hot mess. Either way, they're absolutely stunning. I'm like, oh, I love them so much. So cool. You can't see it, but my desk is just like a stack of bubble wrap and tissue paper. Oh my gosh, she just threw this in, but it's so cute. It's like, speaking of all the chibi moon I was documenting and making, she threw me in like a little keychain of chibi moon. Oh my gosh, and look at that cute little bow clip. That is so cute. Oh, thank you. Oh, she definitely threw these in. I can tell right away. Samantha, you are such an angel. Like, I don't know. I feel like you came into the community and you just graced everybody with your presence. I don't know. Like, I feel like everybody I know knows you and is always like, she's so nice. Because you are. You're so sweet. Oh my gosh, these are stunning. See, I'm just telling you, safety eyes in general, you just don't capture the essence of their beauty with a photo. But I'm like, oh my gosh, these are so pretty. Like, look at that sparkle. Wow. Oh my gosh, those are stunning. I love glitter. I love sparkle. I'm like, I get lost in that shimmer. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. It's just like a little picture of Sailor Moon. This is so cute. I've been wanting to get like a little cork board type of thing so I can put it like above my desk here and put like business cards and just cute little pictures like this and stuff. Just from like orders and stuff to support like other small businesses and my friends and whatnot. And I'm like, this is so cute. This would be perfect on there. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it so much. Oh, my girl Sailor Venus. So it's like Sailor Venus was like my scout when I was growing up because my sisters and I would watch Sailor Moon. My older sister was Sailor Moon, I was Sailor Venus, and my little sister was Sailor Mercury. I don't actually know if I've told Samantha that story or not, but it's like she knew. That is so cute. Oh, this package is literally perfection. This is like the happiest of Happy Mail today. I couldn't have woken up to anything more perfect. And then we got the card. Last but not least. It was actually at the bottom. I promise I did not neglect it. I absolutely love everything. Thank you so much, Samantha. This is perfection as always. So yes, big shout out to her. If you're not following her, her name is Molly and Me Studio on Instagram. Thank you. Okay, so now that we opened up the Happy Mail, I'm going to work on packaging up the IML eyes. And then every time that I get an order, I like to throw in my little business card. And then after my first eye drop, I mean, I kind of toggled with the idea even before the first one to come up with like a card just discussing the safety eye kind of care guidelines, because I feel like if you're not familiar with safety eyes, you're not gonna know that when we get them and they're blank, there's a lot of like defects on the eyes. And so I have to like go through and make sure that there's not like a scratch on the eye itself, even on the inside of the eye, because a lot of them do come that way. But the biggest thing that you'll see on almost every single eye is defects on the side. So it'll look like kind of scuffed up, and that's just a manufacturer defect. Like I can't do anything about that. And I put those in the listing, but I still get questions and emails and like, so in order to like try and avoid like my email backing up about the manufacturer defects, I did just print out a card so that way it's on the listing, but that way it'll also go into the package, just like so people know that that's just a manufacturer defect. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about it, but once the plushie is sunk into the project, you can't see them at all. This also talks about how you definitely need a tool in order to get these type of eyes into the plushie. They're just suckers. I remember the first time I used them, I was actually testing the Fury Snugglers for Millie. That was the first time I really used a sinker eye, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? I can't get this in here. And it was so hard. And it's easy to be hard on yourself and like think it's you, but it's not you. It's literally the eye. They're designed that way. You need a tool. It's nothing to do with your strength. So I just get mine off Amazon, but it's all about like finding which tool you like the best. There's a lot of other like small businesses that sell them too. Like there's so many different tools out there that you can use for your sinker eyes to get them into your projects. But yeah, in order to keep them safe and everything, you want to make sure that you really sink those eyes in, because once they're sunk in, you can't see the edges and they'll be extra like safe. Like they're not going to come out. Once those are in, like they're in, you cannot move them. And also just when you're working with resin, like it can be messy. Sometimes a little bit will come onto the side, but like I said, like if it's sunk into the project, you can't see that. So yeah. Moral of the story is just there's unfortunately manufacturer defects on the eyes, and yeah, you need a tool to get those babies in because they are difficult. So, but we are going to package up the IML eyes. So I'll kind of take you along for that. After my first drop, I did go ahead and get myself, it's like a stamp with my business name on it, and that was smart. I just like that it's got the font that I use for my business, and it's just quicker, it's more uniform. I'm gonna be honest, I fake it well, but I am not tech savvy, so I don't really have a printer set up. So as far as like fancy cards for my eyes, I mean, maybe in the future, but that's just not not in the cards for me right now, and I think that's okay. Like, this is my side hustle. I don't need it to be totally fancy in every single aspect. Plus, I'm just like, it's a personal touch. It's okay. You guys can see some of my handwriting, right? And then I say what these eyes were inspired by when they're drop eyes. So these are inspired by Death Note. And then these eyes are called I Am L. And then what I do, and this is kind of goofy, but this is just how it works for me. This is how I found, because I don't have like a definitive way. So this is how I go about it. So I got the 30mm blank there just so I know, like, spacing wise. And then I got the 2 eyes there. And then I just go from the post. Nothing fancy, but hey, it works for me. And then I got this hole puncher that I use. I just go and punch the holes from the spaces I just marked. This is what's real funny. I just have like a fat sewing needle. Just make the hole a little bit bigger. And with 30mm eyes, they're just kind of suckers. So take the tip of my pen and just kind of barely push it down. Makes it a little bit easier on me. And then the last thing I do, I've got like a microfiber cloth. And then I put some rubbing alcohol on it. And I just clean the surface of the eye, just to make sure it's good and shiny. And so this paper, I can tell just by like looking at it, obviously, it's way too big. So I will push, you know, this eye into both, take it out, and then I'll go cut it because it's way too big. And I'll cut it with my paper cutter. I just cut it so there's enough space for the eye. Yeah, that's perfect. All right. There we have it. I Am L, inspired by Death Note. And then when I package them, I actually package them like in my guest room. That's where I originally used to make eyes. And so all like the packing materials are in there, but I bubble wrap it. I always put the backs of the eyes on the back of the packaging. It just helps me with like remembering I have the right amount of backs and all that. Also, when I started to get bigger orders, I felt when I had the backs in a separate bag that it was just taking up a lot of space in the packaging. So by putting them on the back of the cards and then just bubble wrapping, it was saving a lot of space. So that's kind of why I do it that way. But anyway, it is ready. And then with the safety eye card and my business card, and then I'll do a little thank you, it'll be ready to go. Also, I just launched my mystery eye packs on my website this morning, and I'm so excited because I just got a notification that somebody ordered on my website. So thank you so much. I really love to experiment with eyes. Like sometimes I just am like, ooh, I think this combo would look really good together. But I do the drop style now. I don't like do made to order anymore just because that was really stressful for me. But I still really like to make pretty eyes and just one offset sometimes. So I like that I can do that with the mystery packs. And yeah, so I'm excited to have that as an option now. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for anybody who's interested and for ordering. And I like that I still have the option that I can just like get creative with the eyes. So if you're interested, they're on nerdygirlcrochets.com. Okay, I just finished packing up my first set of mystery eyes. This was the first order I got. It was for 30mm. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I feel like I'm spot on and they're like perfectly lined up and center and all those good things. And then other times it's just wonky. I like to think it gives a character. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, this is the first order that's gonna go out for the mystery eyes. This is just like me having fun experimenting. And then this is actually like one of the drafts I did for the Defense Force eyes that are going to be coming out with my drop. It's not really showing on the camera, but they're actually more, so they have like a color shift and it's like a purpley and it's more like aquamarine in person. And that's just not what I was going for when I was designing the Defense Force eyes, because if you've watched Kaiju number 8, like Defense Force, they're like green. Their outfits are green and black. So my first vision is the black flakes, and then I wanted like green. And oh my gosh, I drafted so many different styles for that set, and nothing was coming to life. And yeah, it's like, these were really pretty. Just not what I envisioned. So I was like, but they're pretty, so I definitely want somebody to enjoy them. They're just not what I had envisioned for the drop. So anyway, first order of mystery eyes. Thank you so much. I went into the guest room and I bubble wrapped the eyes. See, both bubble wrapped, and you can see in the back, kinda, the backs of the eyes are there. So now all that's left is the thank you notes. I just got these like fun holographic ones from Amazon. And yeah, it's like the fun, colorful stuff like that. I swear, I need to figure out how to set up an Amazon storefront, because I feel like so much stuff that I get from my business is from Amazon. And there are so many times I'm even just like testing a pattern and people will be like, oh, where did so-and-so get this? Or where can I find this? And I'm like, all the time I'll be like, oh, I get stuff from Amazon. I'll like send a link for stuff where, I don't know, just random. I know for a fact I've definitely sent links for Amazon stuff I find all the time on Instagram, and I'm like, I think I just need to make a storefront so that way I can just easily be like, here's all the stuff that I use, because I get so much stuff on Amazon, I'm not even gonna lie. Anyway, so speaking of that, see, packages, Amazon, and I'm like, this is literally perfect. It matches like my branding, my logo, my website. I was like, these are seriously perfect. I wish they had multiple sizes for this like color package. They don't, but they're still super cute and they work for most of my orders. So anyway, I'm gonna write those thank you notes and just like, look how cute this is. So it's like not wanting to focus. There we go. Mama Nerdy made me this pen, and she had these like beads custom made for me. Molly and me had like designed this cutie, the little Spidey holding the hook and the yarn ball. And then my mom had the bead, like the silicone bead custom made. And so she made me a pen, and like my mom's pens are so cool. Like the blue beads, those are like actual beads made by her. Like she likes to make her beads like in resin and glitter and whatnot. So like almost all of her pens that she makes are made by her. Like not the webbed bead, but yeah. So she's made like all these super cool pens. Like I have so many fun pens. Let me see. I just have to give a shout out to her because I love my mom. She's so cool. And I'm always down to hype her up. She's so fun. But I'm like, she's so cool. She makes like the funnest pens, and I just love that her beads have like, well, her pens have like personal touch. Sorry. But yeah. Anyway, when we did the bazaar together, she sold pens, and it was like so fun watching people like go wild at her booth. We like shared a table, and we were like right next to each other. And it was like a flurry of people just going and like over my mom's pens, and I thought that was super cute. So anyway, I'm going to be using my cute little Spidey pen from Mama Nerdy to write these thank you notes. Alright, just got 2 little dinky dudes that I'll throw into the little packages. Alright, it's good to go. Alright, so that's kind of what it looks like to package up one of my eye orders. I didn't film, you know, just putting a bubble wrap or anything on it. Maybe I'll do that some other time, but it is kind of a process just because I make the eyes in one room and I card them in here as well, and then I go into a different room and just put the bubble wrap and like the backs onto the eyes. But yeah, if you guys like watching me pack up my orders, let me know in the comments and maybe I'll kind of do some more filming of that. Talking about some of the plushies that I'm trading with Samantha, Molly and me. I made this a while ago and this was like part of our trade. She's always so good and like patient with me, because we've kind of like added to our like trade or commissions and stuff, and I try to like ship it all together as best as I can. I am going to like just ship what I have so far though, because I don't want her to have to wait, and there are 2 bigger pieces she wants from me. And I want to be able to like give them the time they deserve because they are going to be detailed and I'm going to have to mod to make those possible. So I'm just going to pack these up and like send them to her. That way she doesn't have to keep waiting for them. But this is a Snuggle Beans pattern. I want to say, I can't remember the name of it. If it's a mini baby dragon, I can't remember. But look at those gorgeous eyes. Those are from Made by Bailey. Oh my gosh, she makes like the most gorgeous like galaxy, starry night kind of vibe eyes, color shift, like everything I love. They're so pretty. I don't know if she lists them on her Etsy now. Back then when I got them, I just messaged her on Instagram and she's like a total sweetie. So if you don't see them on her Etsy, I would just shoot her a message because like, look at those. Holy moly, they are so pretty. And then I used heat set vinyl on this baby to get all those stars. But yeah, I just love Snuggle Beans dragon patterns, like gorgeous. And then the Northern Lights is always one of my favorite themes for a dragon. Absolutely love. So yeah, Samantha's going to get this baby from me. And she had commissioned me for a little Daphne by KP Crochet Creates. She wanted a little tiny one so she could use it to like, I'm like, what's the right word? It's not promote, it's like for her listing, for her Etsy. So she just wanted a little tiny baby in her business colors. Because I had made her, gosh, what was it? It was a dragon. Yes, it was one of KP Crochet Creates dragons. I'm blanking on the name right now, but anyway, so yeah, I made her a little Daphne and I made those eyes to match her logo colors, and she's just like the cutest little bean. And the whole thing was as I was making her to match that dragon that I had made, and I just love this pattern so much. She's so cute. Ah, I love her. And then I tested Esme for Mari Stuffies, and it wasn't even intentional, but her business colors again. So she bought this little baby from me, and this is an Elise Softies Plus. This was when I used a 4mm hook, and I was like, gosh, this is so difficult to work with. Why do people like this yarn? And then when I talked to more friends, they're like, oh my gosh, you used a 4? Like, and I typically use bigger hooks than everybody I know. So they're like, well, no wonder it was hard for you. Like most people I know use a 4.5. I did use a 4.5 with it and it was easier, but yeah, I usually use a bigger hook than most people I know. So no wonder it was difficult, but yeah. So she got the little cotton candy Esme. And then I tested Didido Side Up. That's by, oh my gosh, I'm such an airhead today. I just know her as Kelly. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on her name right now. Hoggy's Place. This is a problem. It's like once I know people by their name, I just know them by their name, not so much their username. I don't know if that's how most people are, but I'm like, I typically know them as their actual name instead of their username. But anyway, Poggy's Place. I tested her little toy dog, and he's so cute. So Molly and me also bought him. So yeah, I'll kind of flip the camera so you can see the babies. Probably not the best angle. Let me try and pick them up. It's always so hard, like, trying to grab a bunch of plushies. Gang's all here. So yeah, these are all going to Molly and me, and it's so cute. And then she commissioned me for 2 dragons, and they're gonna be super cool. Like I said, I have to mod to make them, and I'm excited. I think they're gonna be super fun. She's also making custom eyes for them and sending them to me. I'm excited. Also, I misspoke. One of them is not a dragon, one of them is a doll. I feel like I'm just so used to making her dragons that it just feels natural to say it's dragons, but one is a dragon and one is a doll. Both are gonna be fun. Yep. Alright, finally getting around to packing up Molly and me, Samantha's order. We do have 2 customs planned, but they both are like going to be with eyes that she painted, so I have to wait for those. And also, she's just always really gracious with me, and because they do require a lot of like heavy modding, they're just going to be done like in time in the future. She knows I've got like a lot going on right now, and she's an angel. All right, so I'm just sending off stuff that I've already gotten done for her. And then she also ordered something from Mama Nerdy, so I'm going to put that in the box first. So I already showed you guys. This is the baby. I want to say this is baby, or maybe it's the mini Snuggle Dragon by Snuggle Beans. This is one of my Northern Lights takes on a dragon. Honestly, my favorite theme of all time. And then she's getting the Cotton Candy Esme by Mari Stuffies. And then she also ordered Daphne. Those are in her business colors. That pattern's by KP Crochet Creations. And then this little cutie by Poggy's Place. I'm horrible. I don't remember the name of the pattern. I'm so bad. But Poggy's Place has all these like adorable little minis that you can make. So perfect for people who primarily do like markets. So I'm like, look at him. He's so cute. And now that they're in here, I'm like, I feel like this box is too big, which usually when I send her stuff, the box is too small. So I'm like, I can never win. I feel like it's so hard to find a box that fits stuff. But then I'm also sending her stuff for a giveaway she asked me to be in. So these are, you probably can't see with the bubble wrap, but Sukuna's Vessel on pink pupil, and then Infinite Void on blue pupil. These were from my first eye drop. So yeah, I've had these ready to go for whenever she was ready for the giveaway. So I'm just going to send them in with her package. And then also going to send her just the safety eye guideline card that I send with my packages, and my business card. For a second I was like, is it upside down? But we're good. Now that it's all in there, I'm like, I'm gonna go look for a smaller box. Stay tuned. I think this box will be better. That's my hope anyway. So, I'm just gonna redo. Also, I just want to put out there that I already lint rolled all the plushies. I always lint roll them before I ship them out. So I'm
sometimes when there's like multiple of them, it looks so funny, but I'm like trying to fit them in a box. Like, look at Esme, she looks so funny. Anyway, this is definitely a better sized box. This looks so much better. So I'll cushion the top of it, and this is ready to go.
Alright, that puts us at a great stopping point for this video. If you enjoy watching me open Happy Mail from other small business owners, let me know. And if you like watching me pack my safety eye orders, also let me know in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!